Yeah.
These times, in Germany, they already banned. You cannot use Zoom anymore in Germany. In Dubai,
Okay.
in UAE, it's very hard to use. You need
Yeah. Not too sure why. Cannot log through the computer.
Yeah, and because we have a subscription with them, we are paying to keep our sessions. So maybe I will encourage Ustaz Nader to change the system. We don't use Zoom
Yeah.
anymore.
It's okay, Ustaz. I use the phone today. No problem. Inshallah.
Okay. So like I was saying, before that we took present and فعل المضارع, and we say that there is a specific structure for the verb and there is a specific letters we added to the verb to give us the meaning of who is the doer, who is the subject, who is doing the verb. Okay, all of this is a part of our session that we will take past tense today. We will take فعل الماضي today. So what I mean is, like you remember when we add ana, we add hamza and alif, azuru. That means when I say azuru, that means me, I'm the one who is doing the verb. نحن نزور. أنت تزور. أنت تزورين. أنتن تزورن. This is the structure of the verb. There is a specific letters must be added to the verb to give the subject, to give who is the one who is doing the verb. This the first. Any question until now? Assalamu alaikum, Ustaz Khayati.
Alaikum salam, Ustaz.
I will repeat one more time. We are to say a past tense. Starting, I wanted to review that before that, when I give you the fi'l al-mudari', the present, I say the present have a structure. And this structure there is an added alphabet. This added alphabet gives us who is the one doing the verb, if you remember. Like ana, we add hamza and alif. Nahnu, we add noon. Anta, we add ta. Anti, we add ta at the end as the start, and ya and noon at the end. This added alphabet gives us who is the person doing the verb. This is the structure of the present. Any question until now?
No. This is fi'il mudari'.
This one is fi'il mudari'. We took it a lot before.
Yep.
Okay. Any question?
No.
All open mics. Don't tutup mics. All open mics. Okay. Now we are taking verb tense. Let's read together. What's the meaning of verb in Arabic? A verb is a part of speech that refers to an action happening at a certain time. That means there is the verb in general, like in English, like in Arabic, it's an action happen in certain time. When we say tense, tense is the meaning, the time of the action, if it's present, if it's imperative, if it's past. The form of the verbs depends on which tense is it. A verb must agree with the subjects in both number and gender. What's the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this, that the verb at all time must agree with the quantity of people who is doing the verb. This means there is a certain letters we will add it to the verb to give us, is it the dual, is it the multiple group, this group is female, this group is male, mix of people, this in terms of he, in terms of you, in terms of you female and you male. This means that the verb should and must agree with the subject, number, and gender. Okay, Arabic verbs fall into three main tense. We only have three main tense: past, present, and imperative. We will start with the past tense. By all means, I should give you the past tense at the start of our sessions, but the book that we are studying, he introduced the past tense at unit 15. Before that, he never introduced the past tense. So at that time, I should give you the present, and because of the book, I'm giving you the past now. But in the correct order, I should give you the past before. But now you will understand it very easily because it's very easy tense. A verb in a past tense refers to an action that was finished sometimes in the past. You see, past continuous and past simple in English equal to past in Arabic. We don't have past simple, past continuous, past perfect. We don't have it in Arabic. All of these three tense in English equal one tense in Arabic. It's named the past. And these three, past perfect, past simple, past continuous, these three, we refer to it as an additional syllable inside the sentence. That if we want to refer to past perfect, we add certain word. If we want to refer to past continuous, we add certain word. But all follow that the Arabic language only have one tense for the past. One tense for the past. That means there's only one time for the past. Okay. So, and the past in Arabic is done and finished sometimes in the past. As an example, Muhammad went to school. That means he's already goes and finished. The verb is finished. The action is finished. Muhammad ذهب. This is the verb in past. Muhammad ذهب. I make zoom. Now it's the most important rule. I should give it to you. What is this rule? In Arabic, we say always, you ask me, oh, Ustaz, what is the root of the verb? Now I must give you the full lecture. What is the full lecture? We have two types of roots in Arabic. The roots that refer for the dictionary, the root that refer for the meaning, this is the name of the verb. And there is the verbal roots. What the meaning of the verbal roots? In Arabic, all verbs in all time tense, the root of it is the past. What I mean is, if you want to see the original verb of yazuru or azuru or nazuru, you must go to the past. Any verb in present, the root of it is in the past tense. Any verb in imperative, the root of it is in the past. But this root is grammarly root. That means this root is not for the meaning, it's for the structure of the verbal tense. Let me refer in an example like above. Muhammad ذهب إلى المدرسة. ذهب, this is a verb. The root is ذهب. The root is ذهب. In present, what we say, Haja Nurzila, in present, make it present. What we say.
Muhammad yazhabu ila al-madrasa. So,
yazhabu is the present.
Yes.
If I want to tell him imperative, I want to command him, I will say
izhab.
Izhab. So, all of these, present and imperative, we are adding a letter inside the root. That means, when I say, yo, يذهب, you see, when I say يذهب or the imperative اذهب, you can see that all of these three past tense and the present and the imperative share these three letters. You see these three letters? This is the roots of the verb. But what is the roots of the meaning? ذهاب, the name of the verb. ذهاب, going. The name of the verb. ذهاب, going. That means he's going from one place to other place, to another place. This is the roots, that means the meaning. So now when we asking what is the root of the verb, is inside myself, I'm asking what is the past tense of the verb. So always in Arabic, all the verbal sentence, all the verbs go back to the past. Go back to the past. The root verb in Arabic is always in the past tense. And it always come with he. The third person, he is not, the third person not existing with us. This is the simplest structure of the verb. What's the meaning of root? The root is the base, the simplest structure of the verb. So always when I ask you, or if you want to know what is the root of the verb, you go back to past tense in terms of he, Okay, so why we need this information? We need this information because verbs are categorized according to the minimum root number of letters. In Arabic, we are classifying the verbs, the actions. Each verb have a class, have a category. This category can give us the base structure. When you are looking to a verb in imperative or a verb in present, you give back the root in past, you can know what is the category of this verb. So we have a third-fold verb. What the mean of threefold verb? Threefold verb, that means this the simplest verbs in Arabic, that it only contains 3 letters. This is the simplest verbs. Kataba, dhahaba, akala, shariba, la'iba. All of these verbs is very simple. The roots of it only have 3 letters. Only have 1, 2, 3 letters. Because of that, we name it the threefold verb, al-fi'lu thulathi. I'm giving grammar. I want you to understand grammar. Now we are taking a grammar class, grammar. So maybe this information, you know it before, maybe it's new information. I'm giving you the 101 past tense in Arabic. In Arabic, we categorize the verbs. We go to the root, we see if the root is 3 letters, that means this verb is a fi'il thulathi, threefold verb. If it's 4 letters, the root is 4 letters, we name it a 4-fold verb. Al-fi'lu ruba'i, that which has 4 letters in the root. Example, أطلق, أغلق, شاهد. These verbs, the origin, the root of it, it's 4 letters in the past tense. Okay, and these 2, first class and second class, we name it مجرد verbs, al-af'al al-mujarrada. Why we call it mujarrad, and what the meaning of mujarrada? That means this is the simplest without any addition. Mujarrada, that means don't have any addition to it, don't have any things attached to it. It's the simplest verbs in Arabic. 3 letters or 4 letters. Okay, we have the third and fourth categories. The third class is a 5-fold verb. That means the fa'il al-khumasi. That means the verb that have 5 letters. 5 letters. Ta'allama. And you know, all of these verbs, we are taking the roots in past in terms of he, because it's the simplest. Okay, he learned, ta'allama. Some of you will see, oh, Ustaz, this 4 letter. I say, no, this is a shadda. Shadda, that means this dualam. So dualam, that means dual letters. So we have ta, 1 letter, ain, dual letter, lam, 1 letter, lam, another lam, 4th letter, and mim, 5 letter. So we call it ta'allama.
Ustaz, if 5 letters, I don't get it. Can you just narrate it or just write how? Ta, ain, lam, lam, is it? Ta'an, lam.
This is shadda.
Okay, so that means there's 2 lam.
2 lam.
Okay,
So,
okay. 1,
You
2, 3, 4, 5.
you
Okay,
must
fine.
say Ain, Lam, Lam, Mim.
Okay.
تعلم.
Yes, okay.
This is الفعل الخماسي, 5-fold verb. That means have 5 letters. The verb have 5 letters.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to a 6-fold verb. That means the verb that have in his roots 6 letters. استخرج. استخرج. Now, one of you will say, Ustad, I say, Naam, why these verbs called al-af'al al-mazida and these called al-af'al al-mujarrada? 5 and 6 letters, the verb have additional letters. These additional letters that giving us the new verbs. That mean, what I mean is, Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad. Ta'allama have another verb. This ta'allama, he learned. What if I want to say he teaches? Allama. That means we have another verb from the same structure with 4 letters. What I mean is, allama is a verb. When I add a ta, I have another verb with another meaning. So these verbs, we call it al-mazida, af'al al-mazida. What the meaning of al-mazida? Al-mazida means that these verbs have additional letters added to the origin root that make us a new meaning. Make a new meaning. Like istakhraja, he dug out. Another verb from it, kharaja, got out. Kharaja is a 3-fold verb. When I add alif and sin and ta to it, it gives me another meaning. So therefore, these 3 letters, alif and sin and ta, is added to the verb. But for us, istakhraja itself is the root. Why? Because if I delete this alif and sin and ta, it will give me another verb in another meaning. It will give me another verb in another meaning. So, for conclusion, we have always in Arabic 3 tense: past, present, imperative. The origin, the root always is the past, and the simplest root is the past in terms of he. When we are using the verb with the doer he. These verbs in Arabic, we categorize it based on the numbers of the letter. We have a 3-fold letter, a 4-fold letter, 5-fold letter, 6-fold letter. Some of you will ask me, do we have a 7 letters? No. Do we have a 2 letters in past? I'm talking about root. No. On roots, we have only 4 categories: 3 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters, 6 letters. The 3 and 4 is origin. The 5 and 6, there is the letters added to the origin and give me another meaning. The simplest example in English, Ustaz Khayati, if I say I am going to school, what's the meaning of going to?
What's the meaning of going to? It's,
yes.
I'm doing. It's a present continuous. What
yes.
in English you say? Okay.
What I mean is, in English, the going to, if you change going after.
Yeah, going after. Oh, going after. Yeah, that means I am probably trying to catch that person.
This is the same with the 4-fold verb and 5-fold verb.
Oh.
When I change from to after or going before, when I change that structure in English, give me another verb meaning, another meaning. Understand? Same in English, same in Arabic. The fourth fold, the fifth fold, and the sixth fold, fifth fold, and sixth fold, it's a verb with added letters. Give me another meaning. Another. Okay?
Ustaz, can we have an example like, you know, if you say zahaba or kharaja, can we have like sixfold, you know, example of that?
Kharaja, istakhraja.
Kharaja.
Kharaja, this is the easy. Kharaja, what the meaning kharaja? He went out. He exit. He exit.
Yes, exit.
Istakhraja, let's say he exit. He exit. I don't know, exit is a verb in English. I don't remember. Exit is a verb. He went out.
He went out. He went out.
Went out.
Yeah.
Went out.
Yeah. Kharaja.
Okay, Ustaz, where is the, because kharaja is a word, where is he in this regard? Where is he?
Huwa kharaja.
Huwa kharaja. Ah, okay, because it's fi'l madi,
Khalid
right?
Or Khalid kharaja. Or Umar kharaja.
Okay, right.
There is, now we are not taking full sentence. We are just studying the verb.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Now you want another example, okay?
So if it becomes fourfold, it's going to be what? Can kharaja becomes fourfold, becomes fivefold, and becomes sixfold?
No.
Oh, okay.
Certain of verbs have from fourfold you change to fivefold. Threefold you change to fourfold. Not all the verbs can do this. Not all of the verb is you add the letters, it's a giving you another meaning. There is some verbs. Why I'm saying like this? When they are putting the grammar, when they are doing the language itself, these verbs is already existing before. When this because language, spoken language, when they was putting the grammar of it, they saw, like here, istakhraja, kharaja. So they saw that the kharaja is included in istakhraja. That means this verb comes from this verb, but not all the verbs you can use it to take the root from another meaning. An example, ta'allama, and I give it to you, allama. Ta'allama, that means he learned. Allama, he teaches. Or he taught in past, he taught. That means when he add only ta, change the verb meaning, but not all the verbs, certain verbs only. Like another example, ista'mala. What's the meaning of ista'mala?
Istamala. Amala is working. He works.
No, this one, yeah, this is what I mean now.
Amala is work.
He used.
Oh.
Okay, another verb. What is the another verb? Amala. Like now.
Amala, he works.
Like now, he worked.
Yes.
in past. You see, I add alif sin ta, change the meaning.
Yeah. Istamala.
That means that when you use musta'mal, that means it's already used. What?
Yes, musta'mal is name, is an adjective. Musta'mal, that means he is already being used. Second hand.
Use.
Any question until now? Let's get out the question first. Any questions?
That means we can say, Ustaz, can we say that these fivefold and sixfold, they also can belong to the first category?
Yes, this is what I want you to come to it. This is the conclusion. The Arabic is simple. When you open the dictionary, you have 4 categories for the verbs. First and second is the basic. Number 1 and number 2 is the basic. All the language come to it. The 5 and the 6-fold is verb mixed up with letters from the first and second categories. From the first and second categories. We have an example. استخرج, تعلم, أطلق, كتب. We have a lot of examples. We will learn it together. Before I continue, any question? So we can say, in conclusion, Dr. Omar, number 1 and 2, أفعال مجردة. That means don't have any additional letters. 3 and 4, that means فعل خماسي, فعل سداسي, 5-fold and 6-fold, أفعال مزيدة. It is originally a 3-fold and 4-fold verb, added to it some letters. Sometimes we use alif, sin, ta. Sometimes we use only ta. Sometimes we only use alif. Sometimes we only use sin.
And Ustad, and this all falls under fi'il madi, is it?
This is all fi'il madi. We are talking about fi'il madi, only past tense.
Okay.
Like I say, it should given to you the past before, but because the book we are following introduce us to the present first to make it easy to the student. In English, you learn first the present, after that you learn the past. So the book, he tried to go this way. But in Arabic, the origin of all verbs is the past.
Past tense. Oh, Ustaz, okay, if I were to relate lah, because it's becoming very complicated to me lah. If I were to relate, because if I read Quran, I see the word nazala, okay, nazala. That means to us is something past which Allah has, bring down, okay. Yes. All right, he brought down, he gave us. So then I learned anzala. So yes. Okay, now when anzala, our teacher says that it is
now you are confused. Now you are confused. Wait, right. I will give it to you the example. Wait, right. Very good example. Thank you, Ustaz Khayati. This is why I want you to ask, because together we can do. What's the meaning of nazala?
Telah turunkan. In BM is telah turunkan.
Nazala, that means nazala, fall down.
Fall down. Okay.
How to write fall down? How? Fall.
F-A-L-L. F-A.
F-A. Fall. Oh, yes. I forgot the English. Sorry. With the fall down. Okay, nazala. That means something fall down. Anzala. What's the meaning of anzala?
To bring down.
Bring down. Ahsant. This is 3-fold. This is 4-fold. And anzala. This is 3-fold. This is 4-fold. The origin is the 3-fold. Yeah. When I add the alif, have another meaning. This is what I'm telling you. There is another verb, tanazzala. Brought, bring down, brought down, not bring, fall down, yeah, okay, no problem. Tanazzala. Also in Quran, tanazzala.
Yes.
Tanazzala is in terms of he also, but it's another verb. The meaning. Haja Maimuna go down, go out. Why Haja Maimuna go out? 1 minute, sorry. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina. Tanazzala is descend. That means also another verb in past. The origin root is nazala. We added another lam and we added ta, have another meaning. This is what I mean, Ustaz Khayati. Another verb, anzala, nazala, tanazzala. There is kataba, istaktaba, also can. Also, what the other verbs? Let's have an easy verbs. We need an easy.
Kharaja.
Only two.
Oh, okay.
Kharaja, istakhraja, only two.
Fa'ala, yaf'alu, if'al, fa'ala.
Fa'ala, only fa'ala. There is no staf'ala. Staf'ala, that means he make an action. He make an action. He make a verb. Staf'ala, but it's not inside. It's very hard. Fa'ala, don't go near to it because it's hard. That's easiest. Easy.
Istayqizu, Ustaz.
Istayqizu. Istayqadha. Okay, Dr. Omar. Istayqadha. This, how many letters?
6.
5.
Okay.
Tayaqqadha.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Tayaqqadha. Yaqadha. These 3 verbs, each one of it, all of these verbs in past. Each one of these verbs, istayqadha means he wakes up. Tayaqqadha means he noticed.
Oh, different.
Yaqadha means, yaqadha don't have. Yaqadha is the name. Yaqadha is the name. Yeah, okay. Istayqadha wa tayaqqadha. These 2 verbs. When I add certain letters, change the meaning to another verb. But the root you can see, it's included inside it. So that means this is the father of this verb, and this is the grandfather of this verb, and this is the grandfathers of this verb. Okay. Until now, any question, any problems with the categorize? Now, someone will ask me, like Ustaz Amin will come, Ustaz Mumin, why we are taking this? It's a grammar. I only explaining that in Arabic, we have four category. All verbs go back to it. Any sentence in Quran, in any reading book, any verbal sentence, let's see, any verbal sentence, you want to know the meaning, you change the verb to the past tense and you search for the meaning. That means when I say Khalid yal'abu bil-kura, that means Khalid plays with the ball. If I want to know what the meaning of yal'abu, I need to give the past tense of it, la'iba. What the meaning of la'iba? That means he played. So I know in Arabic, if you want to open the dictionary now, you can see that all Arabic verbs go back to the past tense. So if you have any verb you want to know then the meaning, you turn it to the past tense and you search for it. So this is the way of searching for the meaning of the verbs in Arabic. Before we have the Google Translate. Now we have Google Translate. We put the name, he gives us the answer. Before that, past 10 years, people don't have Google Translate. What they do, they open the book, search letter. You remember when you all was in university and you want to learn English and you need to focus, what you do? You open dictionary, search. There was no internet, there was no Google Translate, there's no translator. So that time we use this method to learn the meaning of the verbs. This is why we categorize it for 4 categories to make it easier to search. Because in dictionary, you can see 100 pages, this is a 3-fold verb. 100 pages is the 4th-fold verb. 100 pages is the 5-fold verb. A lot of pages. Making it easy to search, you already know the root is 3-fold. Okay, I open the first category. The first letter is da. the. So I search for the. You see how I'm just telling you why we categorize it in these 4 categories. Okay, now after we took the category, after we know that the root, the origin for all verbs is past, let's see the structure. We don't only have he, we have I, we have we. And now I will go back to the present. I say we have a certain letters added to the verb structure to give us the doer. Same what goes in present, it goes in past. What I mean is, if the verb use the first person ana, we add ta at the end of the verb. This ta to give the meaning that I am the one who is doing the verb. In present, we add alif with hamza. In past, we add ta. Where we add it? We add it to the simplest root. What is the simplest root? The simplest root is the past tense in terms of he. So we take the past tense of in terms of he, we add the letter ta, become the past tense for me. I wrote, كتبت. I launched, أطلقت. Launched that mean I fired, لا. I shoot, لا. أطلقت. تعلمت, I learned. استخرجت, استخرجت. What the meaning of استخرجت? I forgot what the meaning of استخرجت. استخرجت.
Take it out.
Dug it out. Took it out. Okay, in terms of we, what we add na at the end. كتبنا, أطلقنا, تعلمنا, استخرجنا. These letters we added to the verb to give the doer. Same in English, same in present, same in past. In present, when we are using what we add? Noon. You remember we add noon at the start. نحن نكتب. We add noon. We add it at the first of the verb in present. In past, we add it at the end. كتبنا. Okay. For second person, we add ta marbuta with fatha for male, with kasra for female. What does that mean? أنت كتبت. أنتِ كتبتِ. أنت كتبت for you male. أنتِ كتبتِ for you female. So, first person, we have I, we add ta with dhamma. كتبت. For we have كتبنا. For you male, كتبت. For you female, كتبتِ. Okay, now second person, dual. You remember dual that they have أنتما, 2 person. كتبتما, we add the ta and we add ma. This ma is give us dual 2 person you. أنتما أطلقتما. أنتما تعلمتما. أنتما استخرجتما. We are using the verb in past with you dual, 2 person only. Okay, now second person group of people, mix of people or male. كتبتم. In present we add waw and noon. Here we add ta with meme. This meme is mimu jama'a. This is the for give us the quantity. The ta give us the second person you. The meme give us the quantity. كتبتم. Okay, for you female, only female, كتبتن. You remember nun niswa? Nun with shadda? كتبتن. كتبتن. Ta for you, nun for female. Okay, third person, we don't add anything. because it's the simplest truth. Okay, for she, كتبت. We add ta with sukun. You see, now, Ustaz Khayati, you say, oh, Ustaz, it's too confusing. Here is كتبت. Here is كتبت. Here is كتبت. I say yes, but focus about haraka. When I say كتبت, I. كتبت, you male. كتبتي, you female. فتحة, كسرة. The end is sukun. كتبت. كتبت she. We add ta with sukun. Now, if we want to say third person, both, two person, huma, he both, or two person both, kataba. There is no meme, there is nothing. We only add the alif to give us the dual. If a female, katabata, we use the ta'nis and we add alif, katabata. If they are home, group of people, or mix of people with male and female, or only male, katabu, and we add alif. In Quran, anytime you see waw afterward there is alif, this is the verb in past in terms of they done it. They are the one who do it. So when they say, when you see katabu in terms, I'm saying in past tense, there is some verbs in imperative, like ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aqimu as-salata, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sumu. This is imperative. I'm saying about the past tense. When you see waw and alif, that means they are they are the doer. They, third person, waw and alif. Okay, if it's female, only noon, katabna, katabna, katabna. Okay, what we learned today, that there is certain letters, we will add it to the verb, give us who is the doer of the verb. Same as we learned in previous verb present. Like here, azuru, this alif for ana. Nazuru, this noon for we. Anta tazuru, this ta is for you. Anti tazurina is for you, and ya and noon at the end. Same in past, but a different letter. We have ta with dhamma, katabtu I. We have noon and alif, katabna. Ta and fatha, katabta you, anta, male. Katabti, you, anti, female. Katabtuma dual, don't care about it. I will not focus on it. Katabtum, group of people. Katabtunna, group of people, you female. Kataba is the simplest root. Katabat with sukun, that means she, female. Kataba is both, and katabtuma is both. Don't think about it. Katabu, wow. This means they. Katabna, they for female. Until now, any question?
Very hard, Ustaz.
I know. I'm so sorry. But this is the past tense. When you are taking grammar, it's like this. When we are taking grammar, it's like this. But at least you understand the flow. You understand the flow?
Okay.
Ustaza Khayati, are you with me? Ustaza Khayati. Ustaz Amin?
No, sir.
You understand the flow?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. The flow that we have 4 categories of verbs. Every verb have its own category. And inside this category, we add some letters to form the person who is doing the verb. Now, here we have Ana katabta. Now, each one of you will read a verb. So, Ustaz Amin, you start with istakhraja. You say, Ana istakhrajtu.
أنا استخرجت.
استخرجت. Always the
Oh,
alif with كسرة. استخرجت.
استخرجت.
نحن
تعلم.
استخرجنا.
نحن استخرجنا.
ما شاء الله. أنت استخرجت.
أنا
أنت
استخرجنا.
أنت استخرجت.
أنت استخرجت.
أنت استخرجتي.
أنت تستخرجتي.
استخرجتي. استخرجتي.
استخرجتي.
Yes.
أنتما
استخرجتما.
استخرجتما.
أنتم استخرجتم.
أنتم استخرجتم.
أنتن استخرجتن.
أنتن استخرجتن.
هو استخرج.
هو استخرج.
استخرج with فتحة.
استخرج.
هي
استخرج.
استخرجت. هي استخرجت.
هي استخرجت.
يا تاء والسكون استخرجت. هما استخرجا. فورميل. هما استخرجا. هما استخرجا.
هما استخرجا.
هما فور فيميل استخرجتا.
هما استخرجتا.
For 2% female. هم استخرجوا.
هم استخرجوا.
هن استخرجنا.
هن استخرجنا.
ما شاء الله. دكتور عمر.
نعم أستاذ.
أنا تعلمت.
أنا تعلمت.
نحن تعلمنا.
نحن تعلمنا.
أنت تعلمت.
أنت تعلمت.
أنت تعلمتي.
أنت تعلمتي.
The meaning you learned. You learned. I'm giving you the meaning. Don't forget the meaning. أنتما تعلمتما. You both have learned.
أنتما تعلمتما.
أنتم تعلمتم.
أنتم تعلمتم.
أنتن تعلمتم.
أنتن تعلمتن.
ما شاء الله. هو تعلم.
هو تعلم.
هو تعلم.
ما شاء الله. هي تعلمت.
هي تعلمت.
هما تعلما. فورميل.
هما تعلما.
فورميل. هما تعلمتا. فور فيميل.
هما فيميل تعلمتا.
ماشي. تعلمتا. اوكي. دو حركات ألف. تعلموا.
هم تعلموا.
هن تعلمنا.
هن تعلمنا.
ما شاء الله. أستاذة خياطي.
Ustaz, can you make it bigger a bit? Atlaq, is it? Atlaq, itlaq. Atlaq.
أنا أطلقت.
Okay. أنا أطلقت. نحن أطلقنا.
ما شاء الله.
Ustaz, wait. فعل مضارع. If فعل مضارع I add in front, right? It becomes نطلق. Right?
نحن نطلق.
Nutlik. Oh, okay, right. That one I'm a bit confused. Now I learn madi. Okay, right. Anta atlaqta Anti atlaqti. Antuma atlaqtuma. Antum atlaqtum.
You know the meaning of atlaqa? What the meaning of the verb? You know the meaning of the verb?
Oh.
When I have a gun and I shoot, that means atlaqtu al-rasas. That means I fired the bullet. If I have a rocket and I launch it to the sky, atlaqtu saruq. If I have a bow and arrow and I shoot the arrow, atlaqtu sahma. So atlaqtu, the meaning of I shoot or I launch.
Launch or I shoot. Okay.
Okay, you atlaqtuma. Okay, there is another way of using when I say we launched the website. Atlaqna the website. That means we also goes for not only shooting when we are launching the initiative, when we are launching application, when we are launching the meeting. Atlaqna al-ijtima'. That means we started the meeting. So atlaqna is begun with something. It's near to shoot and near to the meaning of what we use it. Okay, now no worries. Continue. Antum atlaqtum.
Antum atlaqtum. Antunna female atlaqtunna.
MashaAllah.
Huwa atlaq.
Atlaqa. Don't forget. With fatha. Huwa atlaqa.
Atlaqa.
In past, the harakat is very important.
Okay. Huwa atlaqa.
Hiya
atlaqat.
Hiya
atlaqat. Huma atlaqa. I cannot see. Huma female atlaqata. Atlaqata. It's very difficult. Hum atlaqu. Hunna female atlaqna.
Atlaq with qalqala. Atlaqna.
Atlaqna.
Because there is a qalqala, you stop. Atlaqna. After that you add katabna. Katabna. Istakhrajna. There is a qalqala. But if there is no qalqala, ta'allamna. We connected. But because there is qalqala, we have with qalqala. Okay, Haja Maimuna?
نعم أستاذ.
أنا كتبت.
أنا كتبت.
That means I
نحن
wrote.
كتبنا.
We wrote. Yeah, continue.
Okay. أنت كتبت. أنتِ كتبتِ.
ما شاء الله.
أنتما كتبتما.
ما شاء الله.
أنتم كتبتم. أنتن كتبتن. هو كتب. هي كتبت.
فتحة. كتبت. Yes.
كتبت. هي كتبت. هما كتبا.
ما شاء الله.
Okay. Huma female katabata.
MashaAllah.
Huma mana? Huma katabu.
Hum katabu.
Hum katabu. Hunna katabna.
MashaAllah. Barakallahu feek. Haja Nurzila.
Ustaz.
Let's see your potential. I will give you a verb. I want you to conjugate with it. ذهب. Start. أنا
ذهبت.
نحن
ذهبنا.
أنت
ذهبت. أنت ذهبتِ. أنتما ذهبتما. أنتن ذهبتن.
أنتم
ذهبتم.
ذهبتم. For you mix of people. Okay, continue. هو
ذهبت
ذهب
ذهب
يا
Yeah.
ذهبت
يا
ذهبت
ذهبت
هما
هما ذهبنا ذهبا
ذهبا with alif. Yes. هما female ذهبتا.
ذهبتا.
Okay.
And then
هم
ذهبوا.
هن.
Then ذهبنا.
ما شاء الله. بارك الله فيكم.
Asanti.
أحسنتي. ما شاء الله. Okay. Now I will give you the mic for you. Anyone want to give us a verb in past? Let's say, do you remember any verbs we took it before? Give me any verbs. So we take the roots.
Ustaz, one question, Ustaz.
Yes.
When Allah tell Nabi Adam, akhrajahuma, which column is that? Because they are talking to Adam and Hawa. So which is the column?
Wait, Ustaz Amin, can you tutup? Okay, Dr. Omar, repeat the question.
So when Allah says to Nabi Adam and Hawa, فَأَخْرَجَهُمَا, that means telling to male and female. Where is the column?
فأخرجهما. Okay, here. Both female. فأخرجهما. Okay, now أخرجهما is not simple past. أخرجهما, the ha is the أخرج is the verb in past that he take them out from the heaven. Ma is for dual. The ha is for what? أخرج أخرجهما. That mean okay. Now, what we say about the property pronoun? أخرجه. What's the meaning of أخرجه?
Wow.
This Dr. Omar, now the simplest أخرجهما. Okay, Dr. Omar.
Yeah.
This is the structure of the verb. Okay, I will explain to you. The verb is أخرجهما من الجنة. That means he
Mimma kana fi.
مما كان فيه. That means from the place that they were inside it. Okay, what's the meaning of أخرجهما? أخرج is verb in past, fourfold root. That means he take out. Who is he?
Allah.
Allah. Okay. When say أخرجه, this ha, it's not for the doer. This one for the مفعول به, for the object.
For the what, Ustaz?
Allah. Huwa.
Oh.
Yes.
This ha with ma, أخرجهما together is for they. That means you have in one verb full sentence. أخرجهما. أخرج is فعل ماضي, past tense. هو, he, the one who's do the verb.
Okay.
هما is the مفعول به.
Adam and Hawa.
Them.
Huma is Adam and Hawa.
Yes. So when you ask me where this inside here, these letters is for doer. These letters are for the doer of the verb. There is another letters is for property pronoun for the مفعول به, the object. Okay, Dr. Omar? Like,
Okay.
if I say أخرجتك,
He.
أخرجتك,
Anta.
I أخرجت أنا, أخرجت أنا, أخرجتك أنت. That means I, the doer of the verb, take you outside. أخرجتك. There is another meaning in English. أخرج. When I take something from the bag, I أخرجت من الحقيبة. I mean, I take. So take out. لا. أخرجتك, I take you out.
Adkhulu ya.
Transfer.
Adkhulu ya. Adkhulu.
Stuff.
I
Yes,
Transfer.
yes, Hajjah Nuzila?
You take out from something to and enter the bag. Is it like transfer? You know?
Yes, أخرجت is same, it's not a transfer. أخرجت,
If
I-
you take out.
I
Yeah.
take out. I take out. It's
Yes.
the easiest, I take out. So this letter is for what?
I.
This ta is for what? This kaf is for what?
For
sent you
the
out. Can
object.
can it be I sent you out?
I send you out. Yes, I send you out. Yes. Ta is for me. I'm the doer of the verb.
Yes. Ka is for the
For you, because you are the
Object.
one who is, I'm
The
doing the
subject.
verb to it.
Object.
So, أخرجتك, أخرجتك, أخرجتكن, أخرجتكم. The easy is I am the one who is doing the verb because of the ta. I'm changing the maf'ul bihi, the objective, that I am doing the verb to it.
Yep.
Understand, Ustaz Dr. Omar?
Understand. Okay.
So when you ask me, أخرجهما, follow to which one? We follow to أخرج هو.
Uma. Huh?
هو أخرج هو. Because the doer of the verb, Allah Himself, and the verb is أخرج in the past. The root is أخرج.
Yeah.
Huma together, because why he put huma? Because both Adam and Hawa.
yes.
There is another verb from the Quran. I don't know in which ayah, but I read it a lot. أخرجهم.
أخرجهم.
أخرجهم. I don't remember. أخرجهم. I don't remember this one. Which Quran, which part of Quran, I don't know. But the verb is أخرجهم.
أخرج.
This home is for they.
They.
We are doing the verb to them. أخرج, he do the verb to them. Okay, any other example? Any other question before we finish today? Ustazah Khayati,
Yes, sir.
example?
No example. But I just want to tell them that because I learned fi'il madi, right? So in BM, in bahasa, akhraja is Allah telah, you know, like if Allah says anzala, so he is saying that he is the one yang dia telah turunkan. So in BM is telah means past, you know. So we learn that. So because of that, we know that, oh, when he says anzala, so he was the one who actually, bring down or whatever lah. So that's how we learn.
It's very easy for you.
Yeah.
Allah didn't give the Quran direct to Prophet Muhammad. Allah gave the Quran to Prophet Muhammad with the messenger, the angel Jibreel. So Allah tells Jibreel the Quran, that the verses. Jibreel spoke because Prophet Muhammad cannot read. Prophet Muhammad cannot write, cannot read, and cannot write. Only memorize. Only memorize. When Prophet Muhammad, when Allah say anzala or akhrajahuma, that means Allah tell Jibreel, tell Muhammad that Allah take out or Allah brought down. Understand, Ustazah Khayati? Why Allah using akhraja? Why he don't use akhrajtu? That means why he using the verb in terms of he? Why he didn't use the verbs in terms of I? Same like here, the example, akhrajahuma. Why he didn't say akhrajtuhuma? Why he didn't say I take them out? Because the Quran is given to Muhammad by a messenger. And some of the stories telling inside the Quran is from Allah to Prophet Muhammad with the middle party. This why there is a lot of times in Quran Allah use himself as a he. Dr. Omar, can you pick up mine? Sorry. Understand, Ustaz Khayati?
Yeah, Ustaz. Yeah, inshallah.
Sometimes people asking, and this is also an answer for you if any non-Muslim person asks you, why Allah in Quran use he didn't use I in all the verbs? Because Allah didn't give the Quran directly to Prophet Muhammad. And this is the difference between Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Musa. This is the difference between Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Musa. Prophet Muhammad take the Quran from a messenger. Prophet Musa, he spoke to Allah direct. There is no middle party. Because of that, a lot of verses in Quran, when you go back to grammar, you see, like now, Dr. Umar confused. Huma is for who? Is a doer of the verb, or it's the object that is the verb we are doing to it? In Quran, if you don't know 100% the Arabic grammar, you cannot understand it with tafsir 100%. Because of that, there is ulama and there is imama and there is ustad who learn the Arabic language, who wrote the tafsir and make it simple to us. Not anyone can read the Quran and understand it without going back to tafsir. Why? Because he must be 100% proficiency with the Arabic language. Even I'm talking now in this 21st century, you go to all university, you find the genius in Arabic language, he is not 100% proficiency with Arabic. So also the one who have a PhD in Arabic and have a multiple PhD in Arabic, he cannot translate the Quran 100% perfect because he need to be proficiency with the Arabic. He need to be practicing all the majors in Arabic, grammar, khataba, share, poetry. He must know all part of Arabic, and he must be genius to memorize it and start acting with Quran. Because of that, there is a people spend all their life trying to learn Arabic to start learn the Quran. And there is like Tafsir Ibn al-Kathir. This Allama Ibn al-Kathir, he spent all his life learning Arabic and trying to translate and see what this grammar is in Quran. This ha is for what? This meme is for what? This kaf is for what? This kaf is going to who? Adam, Hawa, Shaitan, Muhammad. He need to follow the meaning one by one to understand the meaning that Allah give it to us. Now you can say, why it's so complicated? It wasn't complicated because this book has nazala, Ustaz Khayati, this book nazala on Arab people. But the Arab people now is not the same Arab people as before. Arab people now, they lost the language because they conducted another new accent and another new accent. Every day there is a new accent, a new way of speaking. Lebanese is different than Syrians. Syrians different than Saudi Arabian. Moroccan is totally different because Moroccan have French conquer them. So when you go to Morocco, you want to listen for people speaking Arabic, you can find that they are speaking one word in French, one word in Arabic, one word in French, one word in Arabic. They conducted a new language, formally from two languages, Arabic and French together. So me, if I go to Morocco and speak with a Moroccan guy, I will not understand anything because his language is different. Same goes now. You go to Australia, you have one accent. You go to Britain, you have another accent. You go to America, you have another accent. You go to Texas, you have another accent. You go to New Mexico, you have another accent. You go to Canada, you have another accent. Because the people conducting new accent, that means they are using another word from another language. Like now, we have Indo-Malay and we have Malaysian, right?
Yes.
So Indo-Malay is different than New Malay. Now you have a Malay with English. You have another language. You speak one word in Malay and one word in English. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Right and wrong. Right and wrong.
Sah.
Let me know if there is one person he speak 100% only Malay. Even the Prime Minister is himself, when he have a meeting, he's speaking in Malay, he use half of the word in English. So I understand. I don't know Malay, but I understand from the English word what he is speaking about. Because of that, the language is lost. But only Arabic is until the end of the time. If there is a people who's trying to learn the Quran, they will keep the language live. But also Prophet Muhammad say at the end of the time, this Quran will be abandoned, and the Islam will be abandoned. And like Islam start with a small cult, will end with a small cult. Now we are 2 billion people, but not 2 billion Muslim. We are 2 billion people who have father Muslim or mother Muslim, but are we Muslims 100%? Are we doing the 100% rules of Islam? No. So why we are calling now? Me, I praying 5 prayer of the day. You praying 5 prayer of the day. You go to Europe. There is a lot of Muslim in France. They don't know Allah, who is Allah, and they don't know what is inside the Quran. But in the gender, in the passport, they put Muslim. So Prophet Muhammad say, at the end of the time, the Islam will be with a small cult, same as it started. It started with 10%. It will end with 10% at the end of the days. And that time, the judgment day will come. So because of that, you find it so hard because you didn't learn it from the beginning, even me, I find it so hard. Even me, I am Arabic speaker, I am proficiency speaker, I'm teaching Arabic, but also me, I find it very hard because I didn't major in it when I was a child. And because of that, you find the language is hard. Sorry, I took a lot from your time. I just give you like a story. Yeah, Ustaz Khattiyati is happy.
Yes.
Sorry for
Ustaz,
today.
maybe I want, because I read the Quran. It's like, because wait, now my son is screaming. Okay, because what I'm surprised is that because the Arabic actually they know every little bit of every bit of the words and what Allah actually tell them to do and everything, and yet they disobey. They disobey. So it's very surprising because when you read the Quran, something like that.
Do you know Abu Jahl? You know Abu Jahl?
Yeah. Okay.
Why Allah named him Abu Jahl? He is uncle of Prophet Muhammad, the brother of his father. Why Allah named him Abu Jahl? Because he was 100% sure that this book from Allah, and he was 100% sure that Muhammad is prophet from Allah, but he don't want to follow because his ego. So when you ask me at that time, they 100% can speak Arabic. They knew that this Quran is from Allah. They have no doubt that Prophet Muhammad and his prophet from Allah, and they don't want to follow because of their benefits. Because if they follow, it will be changing for them. Abu Jahl have 20 women, every day changing one woman. He don't want to follow the rule of 4 women. You understand? That time, the gambling is halal. Riba is halal. For them, that time, they can make thousands of money without doing anything. When you know inside your heart that this is true, but I don't want to obey because it will not benefit me. I'm putting myself before everybody. When you go to Jewish, you ask yourself, there is a lot of Jewish in Saudi Arabia at Prophet Muhammad time. What do you see now in Palestine? I'm so sorry. If someone want to go, he can go. If you don't want to continue, no problem. But I want to tell Ustaz Khayat, even you, if you don't have time, you can go, no problem. I changed the subject. I do it next session. If you want to continue, I continue. What I want to say is, even the Jewish themselves, they knew that Prophet Muhammad is the truly messenger and he's the last messenger, but their ego doesn't approve. So there is a small people, they don't have a belief in their heart,